Japan, a land of ancient traditions, breathtaking beauty, and secrets buried deep beneath the surface. What if hidden beneath our feet lie clues to a forgotten era? An era when ancient engineers defied the limits of their time, crafting monumental structures that rival even modern marvels. Welcome to the mysteries of the Oya and Miyadani quarries, places where the past whispers through the silence, and where the line between history and legend blurs. Were these colossal spaces merely sources of stone? Or did they serve a higher purpose? Were they astronomical observatories, sacred temples, or something far more extraordinary? How did ancient hands move these megaliths, some weighing hundreds of tons? What tools did they possess? What secrets did they know? Join us as we delve into the depths of these ancient wonders, seeking answers to questions that have baffled experts for generations. Prepare to be amazed and challenged.
What if beneath our feet are clues to a forgotten era? An era when ancient engineers crafted monumental structures with such precision and scale that they rival modern achievements. Welcome to the mysteries of the Oya Stone Quarry and the Miyadani Quarry. Our journey begins in the quiet town of Oya, nestled in Tochigi Prefecture. In the year 1919, while searching for new mining sites, workers stumbled upon a cavernous space unlike anything they'd seen before. What they found was the Oya Stone Quarry, a vast underground labyrinth stretching over 20,000 square meters. Carved from volcanic ash stone known as Oya Ishi, this subterranean wonder is a testament to human ambition. Walking through its colossal chambers feels like wandering through an ancient cathedral, with ceilings soaring up to 30 meters high and massive pillars supporting the weight above. The air is thick with history, every echo a reminder of the countless hands that shaped this underground marvel. One historian described it as a man-made Grand Canyon, where each cut tells a tale of artistry and determination. But how did ancient workers, with supposedly primitive tools, manage to extract such enormous stone blocks with unparalleled precision? The walls are remarkably smooth, the angles sharp, as if crafted with modern machinery. Could they have possessed advanced techniques lost to time, or is there another explanation? Could the quarry have been more than a source of stone? Perhaps a site of astronomical significance or even spiritual rituals? These intriguing possibilities open up a world of questions about the knowledge and intentions of those who carved these massive spaces. Shifting our gaze westward, we arrive at the Miyadani Quarry in the Kansai region. This site, though less known, is equally baffling. Here, gigantic stone blocks, some estimated to weigh over 500 tons, lie abandoned as if the workers vanished overnight. The sheer size of these megaliths begs the question, how did they plan to move them? Modern cranes struggle with such weights, so what methods did the ancients employ? Some propose that these quarries are evidence of a lost civilization, one with engineering skills that predate recorded history. Others speculate about extraterrestrial involvement, suggesting that beings from beyond aided in the construction, a theory fueled by the precise cuts and inexplicable logistics. As the renowned researcher Erich von Däniken once posited, these monuments are messages carved in stone left by visitors from the stars. Adding to the mystery are recent discoveries in the vicinity. In 2020, archaeologists unearthed tools made from materials not native to the region, hinting at long-distance trade or migration. Additionally, nearby cave paintings depict figures that some interpret as wearing helmets or suits, fueling further speculation about ancient astronauts. But not everyone is convinced by these theories. Skeptics argue that with time, manpower, and ingenuity, ancient societies could achieve remarkable feats. The discovery of stone hammers, chisels, and wedge marks at the quarries supports the idea of human craftsmanship. Experiments have demonstrated that with simple tools and techniques like leveraging and sledges, moving large stones is feasible. Professor Hiroshi Nakamura, a leading expert in ancient engineering, states, "We often underestimate the resourcefulness of our ancestors. Necessity drove innovation, and communal efforts made the impossible possible. Yet, whispers of conspiracies persist. Some believe that governments or secret societies suppress information about these sites to keep hidden the true history of humanity. Others claim that the quarries are connected by underground tunnels to distant parts of the world, a global network built by an advanced civilization." Adding to the intrigue, other nearby discoveries have surfaced. In the forests surrounding Miadani, explorers have reported finding strange stone formations that align perfectly with the cardinal points. Some suggest these could have been part of an ancient navigation system or a network of communication across vast distances. In contemplating these mysteries, we might recall the words of philosopher Lao Tzu. "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Each stone cut, each block moved, was a step toward a vision we are yet to fully comprehend." As we stand before these monumental stones, we're confronted with more questions than answers. What drove these ancient people to undertake such colossal projects? How did they overcome challenges that would daunt even modern engineers? What secrets lie hidden within these ancient quarries? Nestled within the rugged slopes of Tangshan Mountain in the Yanqing district of China, approximately 80 kilometers northwest of the bustling metropolis of Beijing, the Guyaju Caves were only discovered in 1984. This surprisingly late discovery underscores the remote and hidden nature of the site, despite its relative proximity to a major population center. The complex is a sprawling subterranean world comprising 117 caves that house a staggering 350 individual chambers, all meticulously carved into the granite cliffs. The entire complex spans an impressive area of 24.7 acres, 100,000 square meters, making it a site of considerable scale and complexity. The Yanqing district itself is known for its mountainous terrain and historical significance, being home to a section of the Great Wall of China, a testament to the region's long history of human habitation and strategic importance. However, the relationship, if any, between the Great Wall and the Guyaju Caves remains purely speculative. Unlike other ancient sites that offer a wealth of archaeological artifacts, inscriptions, and historical documentation, Guyaju is eerily silent. No datable artifacts, such as pottery shards, tools, weapons, or even human remains, have been recovered from within the caves. Even more perplexing is the complete absence of any mention of the site in known historical texts. This silence is particularly striking given the scale, sophistication, and presumed longevity of the complex. Chinese historical records are renowned for their detail and comprehensiveness, meticulously documenting events, construction projects, and the lives of both rulers and commoners. The renowned Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian 145 to 86 BC, in his monumental work Records of the Grand Historian Shiji, painstakingly chronicled centuries of Chinese history, stating his purpose as to investigate the connections between heaven and humanity, to penetrate the transformations from past to present, so as to form the words of one school of thought. One would expect that a site as significant as Guyaju, requiring immense effort and resources to create, would have left some trace, some echo in the historical record. Yet, the caves remain an anomaly, a blank page in the otherwise richly detailed annals of Chinese history. This profound silence raises fundamental questions about the site's origin, purpose, and the identity of its creators. It stands in stark contrast to other large-scale projects of ancient China, such as the Terracotta Army, which, while initially hidden, was extensively documented in terms of its purpose and the emperor it was built to honor. The lack of concrete evidence surrounding Guyaju has understandably fueled a wide range of theories regarding its origin and purpose. Each theory attempts to fill the void left by the absence of historical and archaeological data, drawing upon comparative analysis, historical context, and informed speculation. The Tang Dynasty Village, or Granary Theory. Some scholars propose that the complex served as a village or a large-scale granary during the Tang Dynasty in 618 to 907 AD. This theory is based in part on the perceived resemblance of some chambers to known Tang Dynasty architectural styles. The Tang Dynasty was a period of great prosperity and cultural flourishing in China, marked by significant advancements in agriculture, infrastructure, and urban planning. However, no definitive evidence linking Guyaju to the Tang period has been found. The Han Dynasty Military Garrison Theory. Others suggest that Guyaju was a military garrison constructed during the Han Dynasty 202 BC to 220 AD. This theory draws upon the strategic location of the site in a mountainous region and the presence of features that could be interpreted as defensive in nature. The Han Dynasty was a period of significant military expansion and the construction of fortifications along the empire's borders, particularly in the north to defend against nomadic incursions. The nearby Great Wall serves as a powerful example of Han Dynasty defensive architecture. However, the layout and features of Guyaju do not definitively align with known Han Dynasty military structures. The Liao Dynasty Refuge Theory. Another theory posits that Guyaju was a refuge for outlaws, bandits, or a displaced tribe during the Liao Dynasty 916 to 1125 AD. The Liao Dynasty, established by the Khitan people, was a period of political instability and conflict in northern China. This theory suggests that the caves provided a secure and hidden base of operations or a place of refuge from the turmoil of the era. While plausible, this theory, like the others, lacks concrete supporting evidence. It's possible the caves served multiple purposes over many centuries. Despite the mystery surrounding their origin and purpose, the chambers within the Guyaju complex exhibit a remarkable uniformity of design, suggesting a well-planned and organized construction effort carried out over a significant period. Most chambers appear to have been designed as dwellings, bearing a resemblance to cave dwellings found in other parts of the world. Notable examples include the troglodyte dwellings of Cappadocia in Turkey, the Sassi of Matera in Italy, and various cave settlements in Spain. These comparisons, while not definitive proof of cultural exchange, highlight the widespread human practice of utilizing natural caves and rock formations for shelter and habitation. The chambers at Guyaju are predominantly square or rectangular in shape, although some exhibit a circular design. They range in size from single rooms to multi-level structures, connected by a network of passageways. Many chambers feature doorways, windows, kang beds, traditional heated platforms commonly found in northern China, stoves, storage areas, and even sophisticated drainage systems, all meticulously carved from the solid granite rock. The presence of these features suggests a relatively high level of comfort and a degree of permanence in the occupation of the caves. The chambers typically average 1.7 to 1.8 meters in height and 1 to 6 meters in depth, with walls consistently around 30 centimeters thick. The smallest chamber discovered measures a mere 3 square meters, while the largest spans an impressive 20 square meters. A complex system of rock-cut staircases, ladders, and bridges connects the various chambers and levels, creating a navigable network within the cliff face, allowing the inhabitants to move freely throughout the complex. At the highest point of the complex, commanding a panoramic view of the surrounding landscape, lies the Guanting, translated as the Golden Temple. This structure is particularly impressive, consisting of 8 interconnected chambers spread over 2 floors. The Guanting features finely carved stone pillars, a large central stone bed, and stone desks and stools, all crafted with a level of skill and artistry that surpasses that found in the other chambers. Creating Guyaju was a monumental task. Estimates suggest 100 people working for 5 years would be needed, but this depends on unknown factors like available tools. The methods used to carve the granite and transport debris are still speculative. Were they using readily available iron tools, or something else entirely? The Guyaju Caves are a profound enigma. The absence of artifacts and historical records leaves us with many questions. Who built it? When and why? Was it a village, fortress, refuge, or something else? Confucius said, "To say you know when you know,
And to say you do not know when you do not know, that is knowledge. With Guyaju, we must acknowledge our limited knowledge.
Imagine a tranquil village nestled in the heart of Zhejiang Province, China, a place where time seems to stand still and life has remained unchanged for generations. The villagers of Xi'an went about their daily routines, tending to their fields and sharing stories under the shade of ancient trees. Little did they know that beneath their feet lay one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. What secrets did the earth conceal, and how would a simple act of curiosity unveil a hidden world? In the sweltering summer of 1992, the villagers were mystified by a peculiar phenomenon. Scattered across their fields were several small ponds, calm, unassuming bodies of water that never dried up, no matter how scorching the sun or prolonged the drought. These weren't ordinary ponds. What made them so mysteriously enduring? Was there something beneath the surface keeping them perpetually filled? One villager, Wu Anai, couldn't shake the feeling that something extraordinary lay hidden in the depths. Each day, as he gazed into the still waters, questions swirled in his mind. Could there be a secret cavern below, a forgotten tomb, or perhaps a treasure waiting to be discovered? Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Wu decided to find out. He rallied his neighbors, sharing his suspicions and igniting their imaginations. Together, they pooled their modest resources to rent a water pump, a significant expense for the humble community. For 17 grueling days and nights, the pump chugged tirelessly. The villagers watched with bated breath as the water level gradually receded. Murky depths gave way to shadows, and shadows hinted at shapes. What was beginning to emerge? As the last of the water was drained, the villagers stood in stunned silence. Before them yawned the mouth of a massive, hand-carved cavern. The air was cool and damp, carrying the faint scent of ancient stone. Tentatively, they stepped inside. The walls were astonishingly smooth, and the ceilings soared high above, disappearing into darkness. Meticulous, parallel chisel marks rippled across every surface like waves frozen in time, a silent testament to human endeavor. The sheer scale of the chamber was beyond anything they could have imagined. But this was just the beginning. Encouraged by their incredible find, the villagers turned their attention to the other ponds. One after another, they drained them, each revealing entrances to colossal underground chambers, 24 in total. The realization dawned on them. An entire subterranean world lay beneath their feet. Who could have built such enormous caverns, and for what purpose? The questions grew more urgent and tantalizing. As word spread, archaeologists and researchers from across the globe flocked to the site, eager to explore the enigma of the Longyou Caves. Inside these caverns, they found spaces reaching heights of up to 30 meters, tall enough to fit a 10-story building. Each chamber covered an area exceeding 1,000 square meters, rivaling the grandeur of the world's largest cathedrals. To put it into perspective, the total volume of rock meticulously removed to create these caves is estimated at over 1 million cubic meters. That's nearly half the volume of stone used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza. How did ancient people achieve such a monumental feat without the aid of modern machinery? What drove them to undertake such an immense project? The precision and uniformity of the chisel marks suggested that the caves were carved using consistent techniques and tools, possibly during the same period. The structural integrity of these vast spaces, maintained over thousands of years, indicated a sophisticated understanding of engineering and rock mechanics. Yet, as researchers delved into historical records, they found nothing. Not a single ancient text or inscription shed light on their origin. Could an entire chapter of history have been lost? Or was this a secret deliberately kept? One of the villagers who first stepped into the cavern recalled, his voice tinged with awe. We had no idea that such a vast underground world existed beneath our feet. It was astonishing to see the massive space and the intricate carvings inside. It felt like stepping into an ancient time, hidden away for thousands of years. Theories about the purpose of the caves began to surface, each more intriguing than the last. Some scholars suggested they were used as storage facilities, perhaps for grain or valuable goods, safeguarded from the elements and potential invaders. The constant temperature and humidity underground would have provided ideal conditions for preservation. Others believed the caves served as shelters during times of war or natural disasters, offering refuge to thousands of people. There's even speculation that they were tombs for royalty or sites for elaborate religious ceremonies, given their grandeur and the effort required to construct them. But without concrete evidence, these remain educated guesses. What secrets are the caves still holding close? An interesting theory proposes that the caves were part of an ancient flood prevention or irrigation system. Given their proximity to the Guyaju River and the consistent water levels in the ponds before they were drained, could these caverns have been ingeniously designed to manage water resources? If so, this would indicate an advanced level of environmental engineering and foresight. The intricate network of chambers might have acted as reservoirs, controlling water flow during seasonal changes. How advanced were the ancient builders, and what else were they capable of? An archaeologist studying the caves remarked, "The Longyou Caves challenge our understanding of ancient Chinese engineering. Their creation would have required an unprecedented level of coordination and skill." A historian added, "The discovery of the Longyou Caves is akin to finding a hidden key to our past. They open up countless questions about who built them and why." What other secrets does the past hold, waiting for someone curious enough to uncover them? Perhaps the greatest legacy of the Longyou Caves is the inspiration they provide, a reminder that even in our modern world, there are still wonders to be discovered, questions to be answered, and mysteries that challenge our understanding of history. The next time you walk over seemingly ordinary ground, ask yourself, what might be hidden just beneath the surface?
Nestled near Nanjing, the Shan Quarry stands as a monument to human ambition and ancient mystery. Here, amidst the dust and echoes of history, lies the colossal, unfinished stele, intended to honor a Ming dynasty emperor. Why would humans embark on such a grand project, knowing the immense challenge of moving it, and then mysteriously abandon it?
If you wish to pass information to a distant future, if you wish it to be preserved, you wouldn't be smart to just write it down.
This mystery not only captivates the imagination, but also invites us to explore the profound complexities of engineering, royal ambition, and perhaps the supernatural influences that shape our endeavors. The Shan Quarry is an archaeological site of great historical importance, mainly due to its ambitious yet unfinished project initiated by the Yongle Emperor. This project aimed to create a colossal stele to commemorate his father, the Hongwu Emperor, the founder of the Ming dynasty.
I think their project was to honor and memorialize it. Is knowledge preserved and passed down through the ages? Yes, I think it is.
The Yongle Emperor, who reigned from 1402 to 1424, is celebrated for his significant architectural and cultural achievements, which included not only the construction of the Forbidden City, but also this immense stele project. This act was intended not merely as a show of familial respect, but also to legitimize his rule and link his achievements to those of the dynasty's founder, thus enhancing the continuity and legitimacy of his own reign. The construction of such a monument also served as a display of imperial power and the advanced capabilities of Ming dynasty engineering.
That is one of the mistakes in looking for a quote-unquote advanced civilization in the past, is that we tend to be looking for ourselves.
From an architectural standpoint, the primary goal of the Shan Quarry was to extract stone of an unprecedented size and scale. The stele for the Hongwu Emperor was to be the largest of its kind ever created, a symbol of the immense power and enduring legacy of the Ming dynasty. This ambitious project required vast resources and a workforce capable of overcoming the logistical challenges posed by the stone's enormous dimensions. In imperial China, erecting steles was a deeply cultural act, often associated with honoring divine or royal entities. The project commissioned by the Yongle Emperor linked him with the divine mandate, ascribing almost celestial reverence to his ancestors and himself. thus reinforcing his rule as divinely sanctioned. The design and craftsmanship of the stele were planned to be magnificent. The project was to be composed of 3 grand pieces. The base, intended to support the enormous weight of the stele and act as both a physical and symbolic foundation. The body, which was to be intricately engraved with inscriptions praising the Hongwu Emperor and detailing his accomplishments and virtues. And the crown, planned to be elaborately decorated with dragon motifs or other imperial symbols, signifying the celestial authority of the emperor. The dimensions of the stele were also staggering. The body of the stele itself was planned to exceed 30 meters in length, 13 meters wide and 10 meters thick. Weighing approximately 16,250 metric tons, this stone would have been one of the largest ever carved by human hands, comparable in weight to about 2,500 adult African elephants. To appreciate the scale further, the length of the stele's body was almost as long as the wingspan of a Boeing 747 airplane, underscoring not only its immense size, but also the bold engineering ambitions of the Ming dynasty, mirroring the monumental constructions of other ancient civilizations like the Egyptians and Romans.
But remember that the ancient Egyptians tell us in many of their texts that everything they knew was a legacy.
The ambitious project at Shan Quarry, designed to immortalize the Yongle Emperor's father, faced insurmountable challenges after the emperor's death. The primary issue was the logistical nightmare of transporting the immense stone 10 kilometers to the Ming Shaoling Mausoleum. Despite having a large labor force and advanced engineering techniques of the era, the task proved beyond the capabilities of the period's transportation technologies, leading to the project's abandonment. In the course of studying the quarry, archaeologists have unearthed a diverse arsenal of traditional tools that were used to work these massive stones. Chisels, hammers and levers crafted from iron were employed in a meticulously organized manner to extract and precisely shape the gargantuan stones. The innovative methods employed by the workers were particularly ingenious. One such method, known as fire setting, involved heating the rock surface with fire and then dousing it with cold water. This sudden temperature change caused the rock to undergo thermal shock, resulting in cracks that made it easier to shape and remove the stone. The layout of the Shan Quarry also provides insights into the organization of labor and resources during that time. Large teams of workers were coordinated in a highly structured approach, possibly under the direct supervision of imperial engineers. This meticulous organization was essential for executing such a monumental project, demonstrating the sophisticated management practices of the Ming dynasty in handling large-scale constructions. This coordination not only facilitated the quarrying process but also ensured that each phase of the work was completed as efficiently as possible, despite the eventual abandonment of the project due to logistical challenges. While the organizational prowess at Shan Quarry was impressive, the technological innovations possibly used there truly showcased the brilliance of ancient Chinese engineering. The enormous stones at the quarry, some of the largest ever quarried in human history, display a level of precision in cutting and shaping that suggests the use of extremely advanced techniques. Historians and archaeologists have long speculated that the ancient Chinese engineers might have utilized now-lost techniques that facilitated their monumental tasks. These could have included specialized cutting tools, measurement systems for exact angles and flat surfaces, and unique methods for splitting stone from rock beds without causing it to crack entirely. The precision with which these stones were quarried and shaped suggests a sophisticated integration of various fields of knowledge, including geometry, physics, and materials science, indicating a highly developed technological culture.
I believe that it's worth considering the possibility of a remote common ancestor, which passed down key information that was inherited by later cultures.
Drawing parallels with Roman engineering, we see that Roman engineers also revolutionized construction with the development of hydraulic cement and the extensive use of arches, vaults, and domes, which allowed them to build enduring structures like the Pantheon and the aqueducts. They were masters at utilizing available resources and adapting their engineering solutions to the diverse conditions of their vast empire. Similarly, the engineers at Shan may have developed their own unique methods to manage the quarrying of such massive stones. This might have involved the use of intricate lever systems designed to maximize mechanical advantage, or even early forms of cranes which could have been powered by large human teams or possibly by animals. Both civilizations demonstrated an understanding of leverage and load distribution. For instance, Roman cranes and capstans were used for lifting heavy weights, while similar principles could have been applied in Yangshan for moving large stone blocks. Additional techniques hypothesized to be used at Yangshan include the strategic use of water to aid in the transport of these massive stones. By creating a series of canals and using buoyancy, the engineers could have significantly reduced the effective weight of the stones, making them easier to maneuver over large distances. Seasonal adjustments might also have played a role in the timing of the quarry work. Engineers might have taken advantage of frozen ground during the winter to move heavy stones more easily, a technique evidenced in other historical contexts such as the transport of large stones for the construction of medieval cathedrals in Europe. Moreover, the durability and flexibility of bamboo, widely available in China, would have made it particularly useful for creating temporary frameworks and scaffolding, demonstrating the ingenious solutions employed to tackle the challenges of such a monumental project. While exploring the technological aspects of the Yangshan Quarry project is fascinating, the supernatural narratives surrounding its abandonment offer an equally intriguing dimension. In traditional Chinese culture, the spiritual world is deeply intertwined with the physical realm, and many construction projects from ancient times are wrapped in tales of omens and divine messages. Local legends from Yangshan suggest that the massive Stele project was halted by supernatural forces. These stories recount strange and ominous signs that appeared during the quarrying process, which local workers and officials interpreted as warnings from the heavens. These warnings supposedly dissuaded them from continuing the project for fear of invoking disaster or bad luck. Such tales might be more than mere superstitions. They could represent symbolic expressions of the workers' fears and the practical difficulties they faced, projected onto supernatural explanations. Tucked away in the rugged terrains of the Altai Mountains, where the borders of Russia, China, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan meet, lies a fascinating piece of history that has captured the imaginations of archaeologists and historians alike: the Denisova Cave.
This is an issue that I go into in America before. And what first drew me into it was Denisova Cave in Siberia.
This isn't just any cave, it's a treasure trove of human evolution, nestled in an area known for its breathtaking biodiversity and complex geological history. The mountains themselves are alive with a rich variety of plants and animals, setting the perfect backdrop for a story that's as much about the natural world as it is about our ancient ancestors.
I think everybody's heard of the Neanderthals, and these days I think everybody's heard of the Denisovans as well.
The story of Denisova Cave began to unfold in the 1970s, when Soviet scientists first explored its depths. At that time, their eyes were set on unraveling the geological and paleontological mysteries of the region, largely overlooking the cave's potential to unlock secrets of our past. It's named after Denis, an 18th century hermit who once called the cave home, adding a touch of human history to its ancient walls. With its intricate network of chambers and galleries, the cave hinted at stories of long-term habitation by early humans, waiting just beneath the surface to be discovered. But it wasn't until 2008 that the cave truly stepped into the spotlight, thanks to the discovery of a small finger bone.
In Russia, in Denisova Cave, they find a single pinky bone from a little finger. And what they discover is, this isn't a Neanderthal, this isn't an anatomically modern human being, this is another human species.
This wasn't just any bone, it belonged to the Denisovans, an ancient group of hominins previously unknown to science. Suddenly, the world was paying attention, eager to learn more about these mysterious inhabitants. The cave, with its rich layers of history buried within, revealed that it had been a bustling crossroads for different groups over tens of thousands of years. What's particularly intriguing about the Denisova Cave is not just its archaeological wealth, but also its location. Nestled in a remote part of the Altai Mountains, reaching it is no small feat. The harsh climatic conditions add an extra layer of challenge for those daring enough to explore its secrets. Yet it's precisely these obstacles that make the cave so alluring to researchers from across the globe. Every expedition brings us closer to understanding not just the Denisovans, but the broader narrative of human history. Imagine stumbling upon a piece of the puzzle that is human history, hidden away in the depths of Siberia's Denisova Cave. The Denisovans are a bit of a mystery, genetically distinct from both modern humans and Neanderthals. Their DNA tells us they branched off from Neanderthals around 400,000 years ago, enriching the narrative of the Pleistocene era's human saga. But when it comes to what they looked like, we're mostly in the dark. Our clues? Just a finger bone, a few teeth, and a piece of skull. Though these fragments are robust, they hint at Denisovans being well equipped for surviving the tough Pleistocene Asia. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The Denisovans didn't just keep to themselves, they left a mark on us modern humans. Certain groups today, especially in Asia and Oceania, carry Denisovan DNA. For instance, the indigenous people of Melanesia, including Papua New Guineans, have about 5% of their DNA from Denisovans. This reveals a history of ancient interbreeding that is more complex and common than we ever imagined.
Anatomically modern humans interbred with Neanderthals. You can't interbreed with another species. They clearly were human beings.
Denisovans mixed not just with modern humans, but also Neanderthals and possibly another yet unidentified ancient human group. But what about their way of life? The Denisova Cave has given us a glimpse, yielding sophisticated tools, a bone needle, and even jewelry. These finds suggest a culture and level of sophistication that challenges our understanding of archaic humans. Their discovery of the Denisovans has been a game-changer in evolutionary biology, painting a picture of our past that's far more intricate than previously thought. It's not just about who we are, but who we're connected to, revealing a web of interactions among ancient human species across Eurasia. Yet, for all we've learned, the Denisovans remain shrouded in mystery. With each fossil fragment and DNA sequence, scientists are slowly piecing together the jigsaw of our ancient past. The Denisovan genome in particular continues to be a treasure trove of information, promising to unlock even more secrets as research progresses. This story is far from over. It's an ongoing journey of discovery into who we are and where we come from. Siberia's Yakutia region, known for its jaw-dropping temperature extremes, is home to a place as intriguing as its ominous name suggests, the Valley of Death. Tucked away in the northeastern part of Siberia, in the Sakha Republic, this valley is not just a testament to nature's extremes, but also a canvas for mysteries that boggle the mind. What sets this valley apart are the curious metallic structures scattered across its landscape. Picture this: dome-like formations and metal objects, some peeking out of the earth as if partially buried treasures, all wrapped in a mystery. Are they ancient artifacts, remnants of meteorite impacts, or something else? The truth is, we're still scratching our heads trying to figure it out. Getting to the Valley of Death is an adventure in itself. It's remote, wildly inhospitable, and the weather swings from scorching summers to winters that would give even the hardiest explorer pause. This makes studying those mysterious structures all the more challenging. Local folklore adds layers of intrigue to the valley. The Yakut people have tales that could make your hair stand on end, associating the valley and its metallic mysteries with danger and otherworldly energies. According to legend, these structures could wield unknown powers, causing illness or worse to those who dare too close. While these stories add to the valley's mystique, they remain unverified whispers of the past. Scientists, on their part, have theories that could explain the existence of these structures. Some suggest they might be the aftermath of meteorite impacts, pointing to Siberia's history with celestial events like the famous Tunguska explosion. Others speculate they could be the work of ancient humans or a civilization lost to time, leaving behind these puzzling artifacts. But here's the rub. Actually exploring this area is incredibly tough. The extreme climate, the area's seclusion, and the sheer lack of infrastructure make sustained research difficult. This scarcity of empirical data means much about the Valley of Death remains a tantalizing mystery. This shroud of mystery isn't just a magnet for scientists. Historians, paranormal enthusiasts, and even adventurous tourists are drawn to its secrets. The allure of uncovering more about Siberia's ancient past and its uncharted territories is irresistible. As technology and exploration methods improve, who knows what secrets we'll unearth from the Valley of Death. Until then, it remains one of Siberia's most captivating enigmas, a place where history, legend, and science converge in the most mysterious of dances. Let's dive into one of Siberia's most mind-boggling mysteries, the Tunguska event of 1908. Imagine a blast so powerful it flattens 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 square kilometers. That's exactly what happened near the Podkamennaya Tunguska River in central Siberia on June 30th, 1908. This wasn't just any old explosion, it was roughly 1,000 times mightier than the Hiroshima atomic bomb. The shockwaves from this colossal blast were felt up to 2,000 kilometers away. People at the time reported seeing a bright blue light, almost like a second sun, followed by a series of booms that were strong enough to knock folks off their feet and shatter windows hundreds of kilometers away. Fast forward to 1927, and enter Leonid Kulik, a Russian mineralogist who was the first to scientifically investigate the site. Kulik was expecting to find a meteorite crater, but was met instead with a sea of flattened trees, splayed out from a central point, like the spokes of a wheel with not a crater in sight. The most accepted theory: a small asteroid or comet fragment burst through the atmosphere, exploding 5 to 10 kilometers above ground with the force of 10-15 megatons of TNT. But as with all good mysteries, there are other angles. Everything from a natural gas explosion from the Earth's belly to wilder notions like antimatter or even a mini black hole having a run-in with our planet. The aftermath of this explosion wasn't just a big patch of knocked-down trees, it had a significant environmental punch, boosting tree growth in the area and reportedly causing genetic mutations in plants and animals. Likely thanks to the extreme heat and shockwave, it even had a hand in global atmospheric changes, like the creation of night-shining clouds and a dip in atmospheric transparency across Europe and Asia. But here's where it gets even juicier. The Tunguska event has been a hotbed for conspiracy theories and wild speculation. From alien spacecraft crashes to top-secret weapon tests, the event's mysterious nature has sparked imaginations worldwide. Despite decades of research and countless theories, the Tunguska event remains one of the 20th century's most tantalizing unsolved mysteries. It's a real-life sci-fi story, set in the remote Siberian wilderness that continues to intrigue and puzzle us to this day. Deep in the heart of India, shrouded in the mists of ancient history, lies a marvel of engineering and artistry that continues to baffle and amaze. The Barabar Caves, a series of rock-cut chambers carved into the granite hills of Bihar, India, the oldest rock-carved caves that exists to date. What secrets do they hold? How were they built? And what purpose did they serve? Could humans really have created this ancient wonder? The Barabar Caves, discovered in the early 19th century, are believed to be the oldest surviving examples of rock-cut architecture in India, dating back to the 3rd century BC. They were commissioned by Ashoka the Great, the Mauryan emperor who famously converted to Buddhism after the bloody Kalinga War. These caves were meant to serve as retreats for monks and ascetics seeking spiritual enlightenment. What is immediately striking about the Barabar Caves is the sheer precision and polish of their construction. The walls and ceilings are so smooth, they seem almost mirrored. The interiors are devoid of any ornamentation, emphasizing their austere and contemplative purpose. Even today, after more than 2 millennia, the echo of a whisper reverberates through these chambers, creating an ethereal atmosphere. The most iconic of the Barabar Caves is the Lomas Rishi Cave, distinguished by its unique horseshoe-shaped entrance, reminiscent of the Chaitya halls of later Buddhist architecture. The interior is a single spacious chamber with a vaulted ceiling, culminating in a stupa-like projection at the far end. The acoustics within the Lomas Rishi Cave are extraordinary, creating a sense of otherworldly resonance that amplifies even the slightest sound. But how were these caves built? The technology available at the time was rudimentary, consisting mainly of iron chisels and hammers. Carving into the hard granite would have been an arduous and time-consuming task. Yet, the sheer scale and precision of the Barabar Caves suggest a level of mastery that seems almost impossible for the time. Some scholars theorize that the Mauryans might have employed advanced techniques, perhaps even using fire to weaken the rock before chiseling. Others speculate that they might have had access to specialized tools or knowledge that has since been lost. The mystery of their construction only adds to the allure of the Barabar Caves. The Barabar caves are not just architectural marvels, they are also repositories of history. Inscriptions found within the caves provide valuable insights into the Mauryan era, including Ashoka's edicts promoting peace and non-violence. These inscriptions show Ashoka's profound transformation from a ruthless conqueror to a benevolent ruler, a transformation that reverberated throughout the Indian subcontinent. But the Barabar caves also raise intriguing questions. Why did Ashoka choose this particular location? Was it for its strategic importance, its natural beauty, or its spiritual significance? The story of the Barabar caves is far from over. These ancient marvels hold more than just questions of technique and purpose. As we dig deeper into the mystery, we find that the caves are connected to a broader network of ancient secrets, some hiding in plain sight, others concealed beneath the surface of history. The Barabar caves, it seems, are just the beginning. Let's turn our attention to the staggering amount of stone that was removed to create these caves. Carving out even one of these chambers would have required moving hundreds of tons of solid granite. While this might seem difficult enough today, with cranes and modern machinery, imagine doing it over 2,000 years ago with only basic tools. Experts estimate that the volume of rock removed from the Barabar and Nagarjuna caves combined is equivalent to the construction of an entire modern skyscraper. The caves aren't just hollow spaces, they are carefully engineered cavities with perfectly smooth walls and astonishing acoustic properties. This raises the question, were these caves intended for something far more complex than simple meditation? If we step outside the narrow confines of traditional archaeology, a number of unconventional theories begin to emerge. One of the most compelling is the possibility that these caves were not simply religious sanctuaries, but sites for ancient experiments with sound and resonance. Sound, after all, was a powerful force in many ancient cultures, believed to be a tool for healing, communication, and even construction. Could the Barabar caves have been designed to amplify certain frequencies, perhaps to aid in meditation or to access hidden states of consciousness? Some researchers propose that the unique sound dynamics within the caves were not accidental, but were the result of advanced knowledge of acoustics, knowledge that may have been lost to time. When comparing Barabar to other ancient acoustic marvels, such as the Hypogeum of Saflieni in Malta, where low-frequency sounds resonate powerfully within the subterranean chambers, the similarities are striking. In both cases, the structures amplify sound in ways that seem unnatural. Could there have been an ancient global understanding of sound technology that allowed different cultures to manipulate their environments for spiritual or scientific purposes? But even more provocative is the idea that the Barabar caves and the surrounding region could have been used for something much more practical. Some conspiracy theorists have speculated that these caves were not spiritual retreats, but part of a network of sites dedicated to early technological experiments, possibly in metallurgy or energy generation. Ancient India was known for its early advances in metallurgy, particularly with the discovery of Wootz steel, a high-carbon alloy that later became famous as Damascus steel. Could it be that the Barabar region, rich in iron ore, served as a hidden laboratory where ancient metallurgists conducted experiments in the production of alloys, harnessing the natural acoustic properties of the caves for unknown purposes? There's also the curious question of why the Ajivikas, a relatively obscure religious group, would commission such monumental works. Ajivikas were known for their strict ascetic practices, rejecting material wealth and worldly possessions. So why would they need such massive, intricately designed caves? Could it be that the caves had a dual purpose, both spiritual and scientific? Some researchers have suggested that the caves may have served as a place where spiritual leaders and early scientists exchanged ideas, blurring the line between religious meditation and scientific experimentation. This theory gains traction when we look at other caves and rock-cut structures in the region, like the Udayagiri and Khandagiri caves in Odisha, carved around the same time as Barabar. While Udayagiri and Khandagiri served more as monastic retreats for Jain monks, the designs are remarkably intricate, featuring tiered halls and passageways that hint at more than just religious devotion. Could these sites have been part of a larger network of spiritual and scientific centers stretching across ancient India? There is a growing belief that these cave complexes were not isolated projects, but rather the work of a sophisticated civilization, with knowledge that extended beyond the spiritual into fields like geometry, engineering, and metallurgy. Looking westward, comparisons with the Ajanta and Ellora caves in Maharashtra become even more intriguing. Unlike Barabar, the Ellora complex contains vast temple structures, including the breathtaking Kailasa temple, which was carved from a single piece of rock. What ties these sites together is the sheer scale of excavation. While Barabar focuses on precision and acoustic properties, Ellora and Ajanta showcase the massive scale and intricacy of rock-cut architecture. The fact that both were created around the same time period raises questions. Were these part of a grander pan-Indian tradition of rock-cut engineering that blended religion with early scientific understanding? Could the same knowledge have flowed between these centers, each site fulfilling different roles in a complex network of spiritual, technological, and social life? There are also strange connections to be made when examining other rock-carved sites across the world. For instance, Petra, the ancient Nabatean city in Jordan, shares some remarkable similarities with Barabar. Both were carved into solid rock, both involved an unimaginable amount of labor, and both exhibit architectural features far ahead of their time. Petra, with its elaborate facades and hidden tombs, and Barabar, with its smooth chambers and enigmatic acoustics, may have been created for vastly different purposes, yet the precision and effort involved suggest that the people who built them shared a deep understanding of stoneworking and engineering. While mainstream historians argue that these similarities are coincidental, the evidence is difficult to ignore. Were these sites merely the result of isolated advances in technology, or were ancient cultures more connected than we realize, sharing techniques and knowledge across vast distances? Then there's the question of why these caves are located where they are. The Barabar caves are situated near Gaya, a place of immense spiritual significance in India. Gaya is not only home to the famous Bodh Gaya, where Buddha is said to have attained enlightenment, but the region itself is dotted with caves, temples, and religious sites. Could there be something about the land itself, something about the energy of the place, that made it a focal point for spiritual leaders and scientists alike?